2GeeksTV.
This is 2GeeksTV.
You are watching 2GeeksTV.
Hi gang, Mean Gene Okerlund from World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, and you're watching 2GeeksTV. It's all over the place. YouTube, it's on your computer. You'll even find it in the shoebox in the closet.
Hey, I'm Trish Stratus, and this is 2GeeksTV. Keep watching because Stratisfaction is guaranteed.
Oh! That's pretty good hoeing, fellas.
Thanks.
Hi, this is Sean, and the guy behind me is Victor. And you're watching 2GeeksTV. Right next to Big Sexy himself, Kevin Nash. Now, Kev, I have watched you in your highlight of your career back in the 90s and early 2000s, and watched from your early beginnings as the bodyguard of Shawn Michaels, rising up to being the heavyweight champ yourself. I had to ask yourself, take me in the transition. What was your very first feelings when you stepped into the WWF at the time? Do you actually think you would be where you were?
Oh gosh, no. After that Oz character, I thought I was pretty much on my way back to the strip club. But no, just I was lucky enough to hook up with Shawn, and at that time he was working with Scott, and the three of us traveled, and they smarted me up to the business, and lo and behold, 25 years later, I still get a chance to do it if I want, so not bad. Not bad work if you can get it.
Oh, I hear you. So the startings, let's say we'll go on to the beginning of the Click. And the whole fiasco, what much people would say, was the create the curtain call. And looking back now, did you ever think that was going to have that much of an impact on the industry, that both you guys, both sides of the scale, would be actually pretty much be the driving force in two different companies at that particular time?
I mean, there was no malice in the curtain call. We didn't. I mean, we wanted to say goodbye to Scott, and I knew that once we left, at that time, Titan Sports, once we left the WWE, that we weren't going to come back to the Garden. So it was, we didn't know how long, if it was going to be 10 years, 20 years, forever. So that was our way of saying goodbye to a building that meant, everything to us. And we asked permission to do it, and it was the guys that got upset about it because of the reaction it did get. And in retrospect, would we have done anything different? No, because like I said, it wasn't done with malice, it was done from our heart. And we did know that when we split that we would basically take the Click, and we called it Click North and Click South. And we divided and conquered and did a hell of a job.
I gotta notice that because I was one of those channel hoppers back in the day. I had to go back and forth, back and forth, and watching you, sending out this little message to Shawn, and Shawn doing a little thing back to you. I was catching that back in the day, and I'm thinking, that actually kept me glued to my seat. So, now, being that you're being bumped out further and further in WCW, and they're building up WCW, and it seemed like they're building around the NWO. Your personal point of view, did you think that the angle for the NWO just got a little too big for its bridges? It got to the point that it was no longer what you guys really wanted to envision it?
The thing that kills me is people say, but they always talk about the NWO angle, and nowadays an angle doesn't last 6 weeks.
True.
That thing lasted almost 3 years, so it's just like, and then they brought it back again in 2000. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. To me, it's just like, did it get too big? There's nothing that's had that kind of longevity, and it's still, the T-shirt still sells. So
that's true.
Something was done right.
Now, going back, I can't say if this is true or not, but if there was anything you could actually change back in the day, and if there was, what would it be?
I think they should have paid me $5 billion a year.
You'll be worth every cent, my friend. You'll be worth every cent. All right, man.
Always more money.
Well, my partner seems to have a question to ask. Now, Vic, ask away. What you got?
I got one question, he said earlier.
No, I got two now, actually, now that I remembered something else.
Ah.
I remembered something that
weren't you at one point a MP?
Yes.
And how did you go from being an MP to Vinny Vegas?
Traumatic brain injury.
Now, whose idea was it to come up with Vinny Vegas? Because apparently, from what I understand, that was supposed to be your version of My Blue Heaven's character from Steve Martin's character.
I couldn't do the Dead Men Wear Plaid, so I went ahead and took the My Blue Heaven caricature of Steve Martin. So I thought about King Tut, but it was too much. It was too close to Akeem. So.
That was beautiful. My other question: you've been in movies such as Longest Yard with Adam Sandler. You've been in Dead or Alive. You were recently in Magic Mike. What was your first reaction when they asked you to be in Magic Mike and the sequel?
Man, it's a movie.
Yeah.
And when they called me the first time, I thought, they said Soderbergh watching this movie, and I said, they kind of told me what the pitch of the movie was, and I said, all right, what am I doing? I said, no, you're going to be one of the dancers. And I said, do you realize I've had 13 knee operations? And I said, I can't even move without my knee brace. He goes, what's it look like? I said, well, it's big, giant, black thing. He said, is it bulky? I said, yeah. And he said, oh yeah, bring it. It'll be funny. So as long as I can wear my knee brace, I was in. So.
Okay, that's all the questions I got.
All right.
That's it, my friend.
That's it.
Kev, I appreciate everything. You've been a hoot.
Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Title of our show is 2GeeksTV, and you'll be able to find the links, if it's okay with you, to every one of your media pages, if you wish. We can put it on our site for you.
Whatever you want to do.
All right. Follow Kevin Nash. Go to our page. We'll link you up. This is Sean. This is Victor. This is Big Sexy.
See ya.